Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yisrael. Yehonatan Dawid with you here. Blow the shofar. Hallelujah. Y'all better listen out for that because the day is coming. Something is coming big, bigger than you realize. And you're going to have to listen for that sound. Listen for that sound. We passed that 400 years and you got a short time to go. How can a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed according to your word. With my whole heart I have sought you. Oh, let me not wander from your commandments. Your word I have hidden in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Blessed are you, O Yah. Teach me your statutes. With my lips I have declared all the judgments of your mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of your testimonies, as much as in all riches. I will meditate on your precepts and contemplate your ways. I will delight myself in your statutes. I will not forget your word. That's the Bayet portion of Tehillim 119. And you just heard the blowing of the shofar. This is the so-called end of 2020, which it is not, but this is the last broadcast of 2020. Yahweh for Christians at gmail.com. Yehonatan Dawid with you here. Your time is short, Yisrael. Your time is short. I don't see a whole nother generation finishing up. And something big is happening right before our eyes. Indeed, the sky is falling. I want to again give honor and thanks to Dr. Fakunli for stopping by here last week. But now I want to continue with Torah Land. This is Torah Land 3. And that's why I blew the shofar, because in Torah Land, it is the only place where Yah is honored and in the keeping of his commandments. Nowhere on earth do you have this, a government going by the laws of the commandments of Yah. Going by Psalm 119. Nowhere. But only in Torah Land. But where is Torah Land? You get out a map and you get yourself one of those stick pins with the red dot. You can't place it anywhere on that map. Where they are abiding by the Torah, the mitzvah of Yah. So it has to be in you. You must love Yahweh with all your heart, might, and soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. You must do unto others as you will have them do unto you. You must be a walking Torah. You see, all those fake activists and these black Hebrew Israelites are just out there running their mouth, blowing a bunch of hot air with no substance behind it. You cannot build a nation within another man's kingdom. It is an impossibility. Yahweh took Israel out of Mizraim to build the nation. He didn't leave them in there. He didn't leave them in the house of bondage. He took them out. And anything you want to begin or to start or to found, you have to go out and found something new, clean, without the history of someone else. And there is no real desire by your oppressor to make your life better. There's none. If there was, they can do, hey, your brick brothers got land in North Africa. I say, hey, let's take South Africa. Give it to us. Let us go ahead and have everyone in that land, red, yellow, black, and white, anyone who loves Yahweh and loves his commandments, live there to keep his commandments. But they're not serious about that. If they were serious about lowering crime, well, go ahead and let the criminals go. Give them a land to go to. You did it for America. How'd you build America up? How'd you build Australia? How'd you build anything up? Anything. When you wanted to take over something, you took the land and you put your people there. If you want to really make something better, you get rid of it. You have garbage in your house. You don't put perfume on it. You don't put it inside of a better box. You don't dress it up. You take the garbage out. You got rid of the garbage. You don't try to fix it up and dress it up and make it better or anything like that. You let it go. That's why Moshe said, "Let my people go." But where can you go to? So you have to have a land. And it's going to happen. Y'all better listen for a Nabi. A Nabi, a man of Yah, he's gonna blow that shofar. And it's gonna put delight in the hearts of he who loves Yahweh and keeps his commandments, and fear into those who are in opposition to that. No one, no government, no entity has to fear any righteous man. I've been saying that for a long time. Because a righteous man keeps the laws. He tries to be the best employee at work. He's a good neighbor. He does not try to he's not trying to bring down nothing, because he's already failed in doing that. Righteousness on this earth has failed. So only one man can rewrite that wrong. Only one man can turn things right side up. And it is not that brother on the corner yelling, screaming, and cursing out people in the name of Yah. But you're going to have a land. Other than that, you just running your mouth. All these so-called black Hebrew Israelites, distance yourself from that. You have no authority and no power. You're castrated. What weapons can you even produce? Anything you get or have to fight with, you got to get it from the man you trying to fight. Lonnie Johnson, he is the inventor of the super soaker. Black man. That's the only weapon you got created by a black man. A super soaker. So you're going to fight your enemy with a bunch of water. That's all you got. You have no submarines, no helicopters, no airplanes. You can't manufacture any weapons. Stop it. Go to your secret place, get on your knees, humble yourself, plead for forgiveness from the Most High, cleanse up your filthy ways. And you cleanse up your filthy ways of harlotry and idolatry, murder, thievery, with the laws of Yah, with the commandments, keeping the commandments. Now that's a revolutionary act. That's a revolutionary act. It's keeping the Torah. Because all your means to an end are ending in mass unemployment, which you connect the dot directly to mass incarceration. Of all the, I was looking at, let's go over a little bit. We're talking about Torah Land. Just a brief look at the headlines today. Before coming in here, you see what Horror Land has. Horror Land talking about the record year of violence in Baltimore. Is that news? It's a record year of violence in Baltimore. Also, mass killings hit a new high. There were 41 mass killings in the United States in 2019. Over 200 dead. So that's on a high. Talking about the Trump impeachment. So your leadership is topsy-turvy. Your leader, you can't go to your leader for righteousness and guidance. He's up for impeachment. And the headlines are talking about the so-called New Year. Here we are going to the middle of winter, and they're talking about a New Year. There's no such thing as a New Year in winter. Poverty is in the news. Was there any poverty in the news in 2018? How about 2017? How about 1817, 1717? Do you think there'll be any poverty in the news in 2030, 2040? School system failures. Anti-Semitism is on the rise. And there's a whole list of so-called famous people who died in 2019 they talk about. The legacy of your health being influenced by the legacy of slavery is in the news. I might want to talk about that next next week, actually. I might want to spend some time to actually talk about that. Talks about the public health legacy of slavery. But there's no answers in horror land, only in Torah land. Jason, blow that shofar. That's a beautiful sound. And when you heard that sound, all men of war stood up and ready for their instructions. Ready for their instructions. And each blow had different blows meant different things. But you're not ready. And the time is not now because we are not ready. We are not ready individually. We're not healing within ourselves. We're not obeying the Most High. Torah land. Here we go. Let's go. I read some from Deuteronomy 2 weeks ago. Let's go to Deuteronomy 15. That's fine. Let's show you how it goes in Torah land. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Get your Bible out. Wipe that dust off of it. Let's talk about some of the beauty of the way a righteous man and woman lives in Torah land. How about the sabbatical year? Deuteronomy 15, 1, 2, and then 11 through 14. At the end of every 7 years, you will grant a release of debts. And this is the form of the release. Every creditor who has lent anything to his neighbor will release it. He will not require it of his neighbor or his brother, because it is called Yahweh's release. Let me skip down to verse 11. For the poor will never cease from the land. Therefore, I command you, saying, you will open your hand wide to your brother, to your poor, and your needy in your land. If your brother, a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman, is sold to you and serves you 6 years, then in the 7th year you will let him go free from you. And when you send him away free from you, you will not let him go away empty-handed. And you will supply him liberally from your flock, from your threshing floor, and from your winepress, for what Yahweh, your mighty one, has blessed you with, you will give to him. Who wouldn't love that? How many of you out there are in debt? In debt, which you cannot pay, cannot finish it. You're not going to live long enough to pay that. What nation would not love to have debt-free citizens? Have a system set up legally by law where you're not going to be in debt past 7 years. Who would not want to live in a land like that? Let's show you some more the beauty of Torah land. Deuteronomy. I got another. Deuteronomy 17. 8 through 11. Let's see what that says. 17. Neither will, and then this now see, here's what I love. Torah land has no respect of person. From the greatest to the least, everyone must abide by the rules and laws and regulations of Torah land, which are simple. And and a good follower must have a good leader to have righteousness. Ain't no healthy hollies in Torah land. Nothing like that. Ain't no impeachment, because the rules go to the top. And here's one right here, 17:8. If it matter, and this is for all authority. Here's actually, let me go to 17:15. You will surely, this is for the laws concerning a king. You will surely set a king over you, whom Yahweh your Elohim chooses, one from among your brethren. It's got to be one of your brethren now. You will set as a king over you. You may not set a foreigner over you, who is not your brother. So in Torah land, you're going to have one who is your brother. But he will not multiply horses for himself, nor cause the people to return to Misraim to multiply horses. For Yahweh has said to you, you will not turn that way again. Neither will he multiply wise for himself, lest his heart turn away. Nor will he greatly multiply silver and gold for himself. So even your king, your president, or whoever you want to call your leader, is not to multiply riches. There is no have and have nots in Torah land. And there's obedience to authority in Torah land. Even today, righteous men and women obey authority, even in this horrible land we live in. I know I do. There's obedience to authority. Here's 17:8. If a matter arises which is too hard for you to judge between degrees of guilt through bloodshed, between one judgment or another, or between one punishment or another, matters of controversy within your gates, then you will arise and go up to the place which Yahweh your mighty one chooses, and you would come to the priests, the Levites, and the judge there in those days to inquire of them. They will pronounce upon you the sentence of judgment. You will do according to the sentence which they pronounce upon you in that place which Yahweh chooses, and you will be careful to do according to all that they order you. According to the sentence of the law in which they instruct you, according to the judgment which they tell you, you will do. You will not turn aside to the right hand nor to the left for the sentence from which they pronounce upon you. Justice. Do you think you live in the land of justice right now? There will be justice, honesty, and fairness, whether you are the king or you are a pauper. It doesn't matter. Fairness. Who would not want to live in a land like that? How about the laws of warfare? There is war. 20:5-8. Then the officers will speak to the people, saying, what man is there who has built a house and has not dedicated it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man dedicate it. Also, what man is there who has planted a vineyard and has not eaten of it? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man eat of it. And what man is there who is betrothed to a woman and has not married her? Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man marry her. The officers will speak further to the people and say, what man is there who is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return to his house, lest the heart of his brethren faint like his heart. You're not going to have the shofar blowing, and a bunch of fraidy cat men coming out there and putting fear amongst the other brothers. You're not going to have a man who has not yet married and passed his seed down, who just bought a house, who just planted his vineyard. This is fairness. See, here's the thing in Torah land. Yahweh wants you. He doesn't need you. He wants you. He wants your heart, might, and soul. He does not need you. And the beauty of this is that he has a relationship with his people. And he's not going to send men out there who are afraid or have not yet done their duties, which is to be fruitful and multiply. You're not going to find that in any other country on earth. They don't care about that. They will take all a mother's sons and put them out there in the war, and they all can die. It wouldn't matter to them. This is right. Even in warfare, Torah land is righteous. And there's many laws of brotherhood. See, Torah land is all about relationship. Loving Yahweh and loving your fellow man. Let's go to 22:1-4. You will not see your brother's ox or his sheep going astray, and hide yourself from them. You will certainly bring them back to your brother, and if your brother is not near you, or if you do not know him, then you will bring it to your own house, and it will remain with you until your brother seeks it. Then you will restore it to him. You will do the same with his donkey, and so you will do with his garment. With any lost thing of your brother's, which he has lost and you have found, you will do likewise. You must not hide yourself. You will not see your brother's donkey or his ox fall down along the road and hide yourself from them. You will surely help him and lift them up again. Laws of brotherhood. If you lost something, it will be found. He had the laws of lost and found. The laws of helping someone along the road. You should expect to get help and not have people busy going past you left and right, back and forth. This is the laws of Torah. This is a beautiful thing right here in the book. 24:10 through 15. When you lend your brother anything, you will go not to into his house to get his pledge. You will stand outside, and the man to whom you lend will bring the pledge out to you. And if the man is poor, you will not keep his pledge overnight. You will in any case return the pledge to him again when the sun goes down, that he may sleep in his own garment and bless you. And it will be righteous to you before Yahweh your Elohim. You will not oppress a hired servant who is poor and needy, whether one of your brethren or one of the aliens who is in your land within your gates. See, Yahweh has fed everybody. There's no racism. There's order and structure. A Hebrew leads, but everyone is afforded the fruits of the land. Every race, nationality, and sex. Everyone. Each day you will give him his wages, and let not the sun go down on it, for he is poor and has set his heart on it, lest he cry out against you and Yahweh, and it be sent to you. Wow. Now that's deep. See, they'll hold your wages up to a month. In the meantime, they're making money off of your money. You got to borrow and scrape to make it day to day till you get to your check. You're supposed to get your money every day. You work today, you get paid today. That's Torah land. No manipulation, no stealing of your money, no devaluating of what you have earned. That's righteousness. You will not pervert justice. This is verse 17. You will not pervert justice. Do the stranger or the fatherless, nor take a widow's garment as a pledge. Do you live in a land where they don't pervert justice? Has your father, brother, son, daughter had blood dripping down the streets, and the murderer goes free to his son, his daughter, his wife, because they perverted justice? Not in Torah land. And it doesn't matter whether you're a stranger. It doesn't matter whether you're a non-Hebrew. It doesn't matter. You will get justice in Torah land. It will not be perverted. And that's the word used even in your KJV. Do not pervert justice. Yet the perverter of justice is always up in your face, telling you sit at the table with him and let's go over and how to make things better for you. How stupid can we be? He's sitting down right at the table with the problem, thinking the problem is going to be fixed. Yehonatan I'll week with you here. Y'all wait for Christians at gmail.com. Check this out. Let's go to verse 19. Same chapter 24. When you reap your harvest in your field and forget a sheaf in the field, you will not go back to get it. It will be for the stranger, see, non-Hebrew, the fatherless, and the widow, that Yahweh, your mighty one, will bless you in all the works of your hands. When you beat your olive trees, you will not go over the boughs again. It will be for the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow. When you gather the grapes of the vineyard, you will not glean it afterwards. It will be for the stranger, the fatherless, and the widow. And you will remember that you were a slave in the land of Misraim. Therefore, I command you to do this thing. Man, that just tears me up. Because, see, I was raised, I was dirt poor. And I literally ate fruits off of trees in the cities, parks of Baltimore City. Literally. You don't even see that because you drive past it. Well, but there's a lot of trees out here you can eat off of right here in Baltimore City. And I did do that. But if you have land and you have substance and you're doing well, you're not supposed to glean every last bit of it because there's people who don't have, and they should get that. And in Torah land, nobody goes hungry. Nobody goes hungry. But in this land, they do, and it's designed that way. And it's designed to keep you where you are. I told you, one of my experiences, how on welfare, they didn't want you to have more than the crumb that they gave you. Knocking on your door to see what you got in your house, because they give you a check once a month and slide a little bits of government cheese in every now and then. Yes, I lived that in my house, looking under my stuff, looking in my rooms, looking around the house to see what I got and don't got. See if there's a man in there. Damn this land. But you must love Yahweh with all your heart, mind, soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. Keep the Torah. Keep the Torah. Next chapter, verse 4. You will not muzzle an ox while it treads out the grain. That's beautiful. Somebody's working for you, and you not helping him to work for you in the first place. So you withholding what belongs to him while he's laboring for you. You don't do that. You don't do that. In Torah land, everyone is taken care of. And everyone goes by the rules from the king on down. But here's the problem. There is no place for Torah land. See, we talk about fairness and who oppresses you and how he calls himself trying to be fair by letting you vote. See, that's his way. See, those are his rules and his laws. Everything you're doing doing it by the rules and regulations and the guidance of those who put you where you are. And you think you're going to come out of it. So, where can you go? There is nowhere. I got a list. I pulled it up this morning. There are, let's see, there's 54, I guess 54 official nations in what they call the land of Africa. There's probably 66 total territories. Randomly, let's say, go to Burkina Faso. Well, France colonized that in 1890. Cameroon, Germany colonized that in 1884. You will specken Sie Deutsch. Chad, France took that in 1900. Dominican Republic of Congo. Wow, I might have to spend a whole broadcast or two just on that, what Belgium did in 1885 in colonizing that. The Ivory Coast by France in 1843. Egypt. Britain had to take that one, 1914. Equatorial Guinea. Portugal, 1474. Eureka, Italy, 1896. Gabon, France, 1885. Everything. People who don't look like them taken over. Madagascar, France, 1894. Malawi, Britain, 1891. Mali, France, 1892. Mauritania, France, 1904. Morocco, France, 1912. Mozambique, Portugal, 1498. Namibia, Germany, 1884. Niger, France, 1922. Nigeria, Britain, 1901. Seychelles, Britain, 1811. Sierra Leone, British freed slaves. See, look, the British freed their unwanted ones, put them out, sent them to Sierra Leone to colonize that in 1787. How about that? Take all these brothers out of the penitentiaries here in Maryland now and give them a land to take over. You did it for Sierra Leone. And every name that comes out of my mouth is not their original names. Sudan, the northern part, Britain, 1890. Swaziland, Britain, 1903. All the Togo, France, 1894. Tunisia, France, 1881. Zimbabwe, Britain, 1923. I'm going to have to spend some more time on that because what you're seeing is a bunch of people who are going into the land of the married people, who they renamed Africa, and taking your land and giving you what their creeds are, and it's not Torah land. Blow the shofar. Until next week, y'all. Yahweh for Christian at gmail.com. We're going to start the new year off with Torah Land thinking. Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom.